A really cool celestial feature coming our way later on this week. It's going to be a partial total lunar eclipse. So let's go over the basics here. The moon is going to be eclipsed by Earth's shadow. It'll be in its full phase, and what's happening is the Earth is going to be between the sun and the moon in a straight line. Here's the timeline of what we're expecting on the West Coast, specifically for Pacific time. The partial eclipse is going to begin at 11:18 p.m. So you can kind of see how it's moving through the shadow here. Maximum eclipse is going to be at 1:02. Now, this is the reason why we're calling it a partial total lunar eclipse, because there's just the tiniest little sliver here of the moon being illuminated by the sun. Otherwise, it's going to be covered by Earth's shadow. And then we're going to wrap things up with the partial eclipse ending at 2:47 in the morning. So this is going to stretch from Thursday night into Friday morning. Here you can kind of see what it's going to be looking like as that moon starts to pass through the shadow. Again, this is going to be universal time. So the time code down there, that's going to be the universal time. We went over the Pacific time there. As it starts to pass through the darkest shadow, the umbra, it's going to take on this coppery red glow, a really beautiful sight. And then it's going to start to exit there. You can see just that little sliver there illuminated with the white color. As it starts to exit, it'll take on its normal color of the white that we're so typically seeing when we see those full moons. So some really pretty conditions there for the moon as it has that partial total eclipse. Now, some facts on this is it's going to be visible throughout all of North America, most of South America, but everywhere else not really visible. It will actually be seen in Hawaii as well, parts of East Asia, but we're going to have a pretty good view of this. The moon is going to be 97% eclipsed for 208 minutes and 23 seconds. Now, the reason why I point that out is because that's going to be the longest partial eclipse that we've had between 1440 and 2669. Our next eclipse is going to be happening with the total lunar eclipse for the western U.S. next year on May 15th and again November 8th. But will we see this one? We've got a weather system that's on the move. We've been under that ridge of high pressure, lots of fog, barely even seeing the moon as of late for the Central Valley. Really beautiful conditions for the foothills and the Sierra. But around 11:30 at night on Thursday, you can see the cloud cover starting to stream in. Some parts of the South Bay area and parts of the southern foothills and Sierra could see the beginning of this, but the clouds will continue to increase overnight. So that means by the time we see that peak and even into the end of it, we're going to be pretty much in the thick of the cloud cover here. Rain holding off, but it looks like those clouds probably not letting us see the full maximum experience of the total partial lunar eclipse.